I'm Steve Swatt with the Sacramento Report. In the next few minutes, we're going to be catching up with the California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and my guest is the President and CEO of the Chamber, Alice Perez. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You've been in office for, what, a year, a little more than over a year, and I know you want to move it in a certain direction. How is that going, and what are you trying to do?
Actually, it definitely is moving in the right direction. One of the first things we did is we looked at membership value and what the value proposition was for our members. And looking at that, advocacy is a big part of the work that we do. So advocating on behalf of the over 700,000 Hispanic businesses in the state of California. And the other thing was part of our membership is very concentrated in helping actual chambers of commerce and organizations that serve Hispanic businesses. And so through our Business Leadership Institute, we institutionalized it internally and put together some very specific programs to help them reach a sustainable model. A lot of the problems with the Hispanic chambers is their leadership goes up and down. And so we felt that if we give them a sustainable model of training, that we can actually help stabilize that, which in turn will help build stronger organizations in our community.
I know part of that training, I think, occurred at your recent convention.
Yes, it did.
And it was interesting. You had what you call a Shark Tank.
Yes, we did.
Tell us about that. It's a fascinating event.
Well, you know, technology is a big thing today. As we see, a lot of things are being driven by technology, and a lot of success in the state of California through Silicon Valley is based on that. So what we did is we brought in 5 businesses that are focused in technology. We allowed them to pitch their business to 2 sharks that were willing to invest, and one of them actually did.
This is real money. It wasn't not an exercise.
No. This is real money. And so one of the organizations actually got an investment commitment, and so DreamFunded.com actually agreed to invest in an organization. So we're really excited about that.
That sounds fascinating. I know you also heard a report on the state of Hispanics in California, and so many. We think because of the huge growth rate and the really boost in political representation here in Sacramento, that you are just moving on the fast track, but there were some warning signs there, correct?
Absolutely. What we found was that Mike Madrid did a comprehensive study, and what we found in the study is that a lot of the leadership is coming from smaller rural areas, that we don't have leadership in more larger metropolitan areas. And so part of the strategy was, how do we develop that leadership? How do we train that leadership? And it's training them at the level maybe starting at, board, work on a school board, and from a school board, city council, board of supervisors, and growing them into assembly and senate and so forth. Well, the other thing for our community is making sure that not only are we supporting them with an endorsement, but we're also providing monetary support as well.
Well, that seems to be the track, especially after term limits, is that you have so many vacant seats, and an influx. We've been seeing a huge influx in school board members and local city councils and parks and rec folks coming to Sacramento, right? Yeah. I want to ask you very briefly about international trade. We talked to someone from the California Asian Chamber of Commerce, and they have a huge global initiative, work, South Korea, China, and Japan. Do you have something that is as well developed?
We don't have something as well developed as them. They've been focusing on that since the inception of their organization, which is probably about 4 years now. Last year, as part of our convention, we did have a full day committed to international trade, and it was extremely successful. And we continue to have that dialogue about doing trade missions. We did a trade mission last year, and we're looking in spring of next year to actually do a trade mission to Cuba. And so we're looking at opportunities that present themselves. And obviously, we have constant dialogue with Mexico, looking at ways that we can create opportunities on both sides of the border.
All right. Well, it's been a fascinating discussion. We're out of time for this segment, but Alice Perez of the California Hispanic Chamber, thanks for coming by.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And thanks to our viewers also for watching Local Edition on Time Warner Cable. A reminder, you can see this and other interviews on YouTube, also on My Government on Demand. I'm Steve Swatt. Have a great day.